Welcome to Best of the Nest, a program produced by the television production students of Armstrong High School that takes a look at things from the students' point of view. I'm Nolan Howman of AHS-TV, and today we'll be taking a look at some clubs here at AHS and what they have to offer students, as well as special privileges for seniors and how they've changed in recent years. But first, our own Phoenix Petrosky sat down with Kate Stiller to talk about Photography Club. Take it away, Phoenix.
Hello, I'm Phoenix Petrosky of AHS-TV, and in this segment of Best of the Nest, we will take a look at underrated AHS clubs and how it is viewed from the student's perspective. We will be talking with the President of Photography Club at AHS to get a hawk's eye view, but first, let's take a closer look at some of the other underrated clubs in AHS.
Hello, I'm Jameson Yakmak with AHS-TV. Today, we're taking a closer look at underrated school clubs. We took to the halls of AHS to see what some of these club advisors have to say about their respective clubs. Hi, I'm here with Matthew Bargersock, one of the founding fathers of Cinema Club. Can you tell me a little bit about Cinema Club, first of all?
So basically, Cinema Club is like a book club, you know? In book clubs, you read a book, meet up in a library, and you talk about the book. We do that but with movies. We pick a movie, you watch it in your own time. Every Wednesday, we meet up and talk about it in Mr. Swanson's room.
Can you tell me about some of the fun and interesting things Cinema Club does?
So we wanted to spice things up. We didn't want to just be like, just pick a random movie. So we have monthly themes. We have a wheel on how we pick our movies. Everyone gets to pick a movie according to the theme, to the wheel. For example, January was crime. So someone might say Seven, someone might say Godfather. We put that on the wheel, we spin it. Whoever lands on, that's the movie you watch that week.
It's pretty interesting. So why do you think Cinema Club doesn't get the spotlight it deserves?
Well, we're more of a private club, if that makes sense. We didn't want an influx of people, so we have a little bit more steps. Well, first you have to be in TV prod, which basically Swanson's class or Mrs. Gibbons' class. And if you're not, you have to fill out a packet, and the president of the club, Cody Frederick, could either deny you or accept you. Because we wanted it to be a more small, mature group of people talking about movies. We didn't want ninth graders, you know, movie bad.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
All right, finally, why should people consider joining Cinema Club?
Oh, well, if you just like movies, you know, we're pretty positive. We don't rip on your opinion. And I just feel like if you want to get something off your chest about a movie you don't like, come to us and we'll listen.
All right, thank you, Matt.
You're welcome.
Hi, I'm here with Logan Galinsky of Robotics Club. First, tell me a little bit about Robotics Club.
Last couple years, we've been doing like in-house competitions, build your own robots, compete against each other. This year, we're doing a Penn State competition, so it's a sea, air, and land competition.
Ooh. So tell me some of the other interesting and fun things you guys do in robotics.
Mostly, the competition's our main focus here. This year, we're going to do an underwater submarine and a land robot.
All right. So finally, why should people consider joining Robotics Club?
Well, if you have the robotic classes here at the school, Mulroy or Plancinis, those are good starts. Or if you just enjoy drones, etc.
All right. Thank you, Logan.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm here with Jenna Klontz with Interact Club. First, can you tell me a little bit about Interact Club?
Yes, we're a small volunteer-based club who does stuff for our community, and we're sponsored by the Rotary Club.
Nice. Can you tell me a little bit about some of the fundraisings Interact Club does?
We do a lot of things for the life skills. We try to make their time here at AHS better, and we also do fundraisers for festivals and Katanning and little things like that.
So why do you think Interact Club doesn't get enough spotlight that like the other club should?
We really don't have that many members, and it's not really forceful. Like, we don't do a lot of things, and it's kind of just hid behind Leo Club and Suco.
Finally, why should people consider joining Interact Club?
It's not demanding, and you can get your volunteer hours for NHS easily, and we also do a lot of things in the community, so I think it's good.
All right, thank you. Well, there you have it, folks. Straight from the Hawkspeak. Back to you, Phoenix, in the studio.
Thanks, Jameson. For those of you just joining us, I'm Phoenix Petrosky of AHS-TV, and I'm joined today with Kate Stiller to talk about the Photography Club. Kate, thank you for joining us today. What are some of your thoughts on the underrated clubs at AHS?
I think that they should get more recognition. The people who run these clubs really care about them and would probably like to see more people join them.
Yeah, definitely. I think we have a lot of clubs in the school that a lot of people haven't heard of, and there's some I haven't even heard of, and I learn about new ones all the time. But, can you tell me about your club some more?
So I'm president of photography. We meet bi-weekly, and we have themes bi-weekly too. Once a month, Mr. Swanson teaches us an aspect of photography like Photoshop or lighting, and we also have competitions, and you can see our pictures hung in the hallways for who won them.
That's pretty sweet. It's not too stressful. It's once every 2 weeks. I like that.
Yes.
And in your opinion, what has your club done for the school?
I think that it's brought a creative space for kids and opened up opportunities to learn if they want to pursue photography in the future.
Yeah, definitely. And has your club done anything outside of school, or do you guys usually meet during school hours?
So we actually have done a couple things outside of school. One thing we did, we took pictures for a baby shower for mothers in need with the organization Embrace Grace. We also took pictures for the hometown holiday event in downtown Katanning back in November. Another thing we did was make postcards for those in care homes during the holidays.
That's really nice. That's all cool stuff.
Yes.
And if so, why do you think Photography Club doesn't get the recognition and spotlight it deserves?
I think that not enough people know about it, even though we have marketed a lot more this year than we have in previous. And there's also other clubs that meet during our time, like newspaper, and I know some of the kids in newspaper would like to join, but they don't get to because they have newspaper, obviously.
Yeah, that's kind of a similar topic.
Yes.
And why should people considering joining photography, why should they go through with that?
It's a lot of fun and creative space for people to express themselves. As our world becomes more digital too, it's also nice to learn a couple more things about photography. So yeah.
For sure.
And Mr. Swanson's the advisor, and he always makes everything fun, so.
Yeah, that's valid. Mr. Swanson is the best. And to wrap things up, would you rather stay in an underrated club or be a big school club in the AHS spotlight?
Not necessarily underrated. I think it would be nice to get more members, and anyone can join at any time. You don't have to come from the beginning of the year, but I think it would be nice to have more members to make our photo competition more competitive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely nice to just be open to anybody who can come, but also at the same time, it's nice to have your own thing.
Yes, it definitely
That's
is.
the tough spot where you gotta break.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kate Stiller, for joining us today, and to get the Hawk's Eye view on underrated clubs. Until next time, I'm Phoenix Petrosky of AHS-TV. Keep on soaring.
Thanks, Phoenix. We're going to take a short commercial break, and we'll be right back with more of AHS-TV's Best of the Nest.
Going on to college signals independence. But independence doesn't mean you have to go it alone. At IUP, we'll assign you a guide from day one, someone you can turn to for advice or encouragement. And our Q&A center will point you in the right direction and get you the answers you need. We know a little help will take you a long way. We believe in you. IUP.
Welcome back to SQUAWK TALK Live. I'm Dante Maganotti, and I'm joined by the Margaritas crew. Friday's podcast, we talked about the best places to eat in Katanning and Fort City, and we came upon margaritas, and some of us have had it, some of us have loved it, some of us didn't have it, so we all went to Margaritas Friday after school, and we're going to review the place for you. So if you guys want to pick it up, what do you think?
Well, my personal opinion was it was really welcoming. Everyone there seemed to, want to be there. And the service was good. And the street tacos that I got were flame with the lime. That was just top notch.
It was sensational. It was immaculate.
Let me just lay this out for you. So, walk into school on Friday, have no plans that day. Then, randomly, get told who wants to be on a podcast. We podcast, and then we think, why don't we go to Margaritas? This day is drumming up for something special. And then, we leave school. We're all hustling. I had Nate and Scotty with me. They hop in my car. We stop at their house. We book at the Margs. And let me tell you, we get there, place is jumping with the boys. And then we order our food. It was out in seconds. Well, not actually seconds, but it was out quick. And then they even got the chips warm for us because they heard us talking about the chips, and then I heard them say we made them warm for you. It was crazy. The service is unreal. The foods are great. Like, my food came out so fast. It was so delicious. I wanted more, but I had to go to work. But I give the place like a 9.9.
9.9.
All right, personally, all right, you were right. It was a crazy day. I never thought this group would be there
We
all
walked
in
into
one.
school and we didn't even know we were doing a podcast, and we walked out of school.
I've
with
never
people
hung out
going
with
to
these
Margaritas.
boys like ever.
Yeah.
It was low key lit. Thank you for giving me a ride. But yeah, I went with him. We went to my house, went to Scotty's house. We got our wallets. We bounced down margaritas. You were already there.
Oh yeah, we were chilling at the park.
You guys were chilling.
Peace, Chum. He's not here. He was there as well.
Yeah, rest in peace, Jaden.
Chum was there. But no, when we walked in, it was a great environment. Personally, I thought everyone was happy. There's people working on cameras back there, like maintenance, and even that, it didn't bother them. Like, it was a good environment. Not gonna lie, we were pretty loud. Like, we were loud, and
Yeah, because we were like the only ones in there.
Yeah,
We
but
did have
like
a spitball war.
that doesn't give us a right to be like loud.
We did have a spitball war. It was awesome.
It was a pretty good. My food, I got the fajita. That was insanely good. Then I got the extra taco. I could not eat it all, mainly because of the chips, like we said last
Told you
Friday.
on Friday. That's the only thing I don't like. They're good, but they fill you up too easy.
They're so good. They
were
fill
so
you up
warm.
easy. But like,
21.
thanks to Chum for eating my extra taco.
do something for me?
He's not here today, but yeah, that was my experience.
It was solid. The chips were gas. I had 6 street tacos. I'm a hungry guy. I love my food. 3 just wasn't settling, and I still wanted more after I ate the 6, but I just wasn't really trying to pay the extra $13 for another 3. But for the price and for the portion, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, if I had to give it a rating, I give it like probably a 9.5 because it was a really nice and comfortable environment, and they just seemed so friendly too.
Yeah, we were chilling there. We were all pretty comfortable. We just kind of hanging out, having a good time.
Yeah.
Me and Garen both got Burrito California
Yeah, we got the
after
California ones.
this man ordered American food. Let's talk about the chicken wing incident.
Get him out of here.
They were good though.
They were good, but
gas.
everybody's ordering like burritos, fajitas, tacos, whatever, and then Garen's like, "Hey, you know what? Chicken wings."
Yeah, who goes to a Mexican
I was
place and
flustered.
goes,
All the
"Screw it,
menu
we're
items
gonna
just
get
Go
looked
to
so good.
Popeyes, buddy.
Yeah, he was a little late.
But I showed up. He rode in late. He got some chicken wings, and then he got the Burrito California, and that was
it was
busting
amazing.
beyond belief.
The chicken one, it was a crazy choice on his part. I would have never guessed that anybody would ever order chicken wings from a Mexican joint.
But I got
This is
both.
first
though.
thing. This is first
Can
time
we
for
talk
everything.
about the limes first?
Oh yeah,
Limes are
the
essential.
limes on the street tacos went crazy, bro. You just squeeze a little
Immaculate.
bit, and
Boom.
it gave it so much flavor.
I'm just gonna say something about the wings. They're pretty heat. And another thing about Garen, we don't even know how he got there. We just thought he wasn't coming.
Yeah, we thought he wasn't coming. Then he just
And
appeared.
he just walked
It
in.
wasn't. It's not. It's honestly not that far.
Dude, no, he definitely
like,
With the
ran.
time that I got there within, it's like a solid jog.
No,
Well,
no, that's
it was quick.
BS.
We didn't even get our food yet. Like, he had time to order
That's
when he
like-
got there, and the service was snappy. Like,
lives on the
he
other
was
side of town.
zooming.
He was on some Wally West stuff.
Dude,
like
he lives like probably 10-minute car ride away. So there's
It is
no,
not 10 minutes.
Yes, it is. I literally
There's no way it's 10 minutes. I know, but there's no way that was 10 minutes.
He lives down in he lives in Ford City, the restaurants in Katanning. Okay, there's a gap there, like at least 5-minute gap driving, 5 to 8 minute gap driving, and you ran.
Jogging an 8.
He was dedicated. He did not.
He's a
want to
runner.
miss the
He's a
margarita.
track star.
He was dedicated.
He wasn't even out of breath whenever he came in the
Bro,
restaurant.
he rode in. He was
Bro,
like
he
nothing
was
happened.
Fucking fresh as hell.
He walked in.
bro,
He walked in.
yeah,
He was
walk
late.
on.
He was dripped out. He wasn't breathing.
Yeah,
And
was
then he
dripped
ordered
out.
some dang chicken wing.
Bro, you can't show the margaritas lacking.
Bro, he had a gold necklace on, a watch. He was dressed. Everything was fitting perfect.
needed my chicken.
He had a button undone and everything.
It was drippy.
He just took a light jog to margaritas real quick too beforehand. Like,
Same.
my experience at Margarita's, by the time I even got my food, it was already in Doug's hands. He was scraping the veggies off the top. But I mean, other than that, the Chipotle sauce, the Chipotle burrito, it was pretty fire. No complaints. The guy kept on bringing me I had like 3 extra plates of rice. So that was fire.
Bussin'.
Scotty was definitely hungry that day because he ate 2 bites of my street tacos, which is kind of crazy, but it's cool.
They were fire.
They were fire.
The sauce that you could dip, and then you spread the lime, throw some like cilantro on.
Scotty,
it was
can I ask you a
sauce was
question?
Crazy spicy.
Did you know that was your burrito when it came out? And you saw me like messing with
You
it?
just didn't want to say anything?
I was like, I feel like that's got to be my burrito.
You had a sneaky
But then I saw him, and he already had his he had the knife and the fork. He was cutting.
Bro, he was ready to munch.
I was just hoping it was his, but it wasn't.
Bro,
I ordered the 2 burritos and 1 taco. And when that came out, I thought that was one of my burritos, and I was hyped. And
that was a big burrito.
I was ready to dig in. And I just asked the worker, I was like, do you know if my other burrito's coming out? Did you guys get that? Because I was kind of worried. And he's like, oh, that's not even yours in the first place. And I was about to start munching. Like, if he would have, like, been away for even 30 seconds, consider Scotty's El Chalupe Chipotle sauce gone. Mine, in my stomach. So, Saved by the Bell, Scotty.
We're not going to talk about how fast Chum and Tyson ate their food. I didn't even have my
They had to work, they ate and dipped.
Yeah.
Oh, that's some BS excuse. You could have just been like, hey, I'm going to be late. If they wouldn't have done anything,
Preach.
Nah, I had to go to work.
No, I get that, but I eat really fast.
Chum
okay?
finished
I
his food in
down
45 seconds.
I know.
That was crazy.
You guys
I
scarfed
grab
it
my
down.
food from the man. I sat down.
enjoyed
I
my
look
food.
up. He's half done. I go. I take my first bite. I look up. He's done.
I
I'm
at
like,
least
you want my
enjoyed my
extra
food."
taco? He goes, yes. I give him the extra taco. Bites it with the foil on. I look down. I look up. He's done. I'm like, dude, I'm 2 bites in and you're done.
That's wild.
Then just chugs his drink.
Hey, you had to get to work.
Bro, whenever
Let's talk about what we already mentioned, but we need to dive into this. The spitball war. I don't think you understand as the viewer how crazy that got. I shot one, Dante, did it hit you right in the eye?
Right here, bro. It was like right below my eye.
I wasn't holding nothing back. I stuck one right to Chum's face. It was just like, I was hitting him mean. That was my side of the spitball war.
Then everybody just kind of got into it.
I think I might have hit one of the workers because I was aiming for Chum and it went over the wood part. And I don't know, but it might have hit somebody on the other side. I just couldn't see.
Yeah,
That thing went far.
I feel like Dante might have some PTSD after that spitball war.
Oh my god, I was getting lit up for no reason.
You were the main target, buddy.
I was the silent sniper. No one really noticed I was doing it, but I hit you like 3 times, and you blamed like Chum and them.
Yeah.
I hit you once, and you blamed on Phoenix.
You hit me?
Yeah, I did.
I didn't even feel it.
And then, yeah, exactly. You were blaming it on everyone else.
I don't think
I was
left a
getting
single
targeted
person
for
out.
no
If, like, you were
reason.
around, you got hit by me.
I was just chilling there, minding my own business. Phoenix started it, and then everybody just lit me up. I was just minding my own business, trying to chill and
dude
eat
was
my
just trying to
chips.
munch on the
and then
chips.
Phoenix hit me, and then everybody just lit me up, and it was done after that.
All right, we gonna leave out the part where we were trying to see what salt tasted like in our drinks.
And Phoenix drank. Phoenix
saltwater
drank
lemonade.
Time out.
pink lemonade.
Time out. Don't
Yeah,
make me look like a menace here.
No,
At first,
that
it
was
started off as a small
6
prank upon Tyson.
Yeah.
6
No,
straws.
Because at the end, it wasn't menace because you had everybody's straws and one drink with hella salt in it.
Oh my god. He drank
pink lemonade,
he drank a
damn
pink
it.
lemonade that tasted like the ocean, but he used everybody's straws. He bunched them up and he drank all out of the same straw at once.
Bro,
and he drank the whole
I
thing.
felt like my pride was hurt because I saw Scotty drink it and he wasn't too fazed by the salt. So I knew I had to step up to the plate. Yeah.
he had to
but like,
outdo
and
him.
it was a half glass of lemonade too, and it was down in like 0.5 seconds. Like he slurped that down quick.
Yeah, like this lemonade, like literally as if you went to the Pacific Ocean, took a scoop out of it, and then put lemonade flavoring
It's a
in
cold, cold world. I was born in December. That's not true.
It was just the ocean.
Born in
it. I'm
August.
just saying, bro, it was a
Well-
tangy drink. I didn't mind it.
I think maybe we'll do another podcast or something, or we'll just run it back this Friday, go somewhere new, maybe not go somewhere new. But
Yamato
we
next?
could go back. We could go there. We could go back to margaritas, but we'll see what happens.
Students in communications media at Indiana University of Pennsylvania can focus on a variety of areas, including media promotions. Our promotion students learn their skills by working in a hands-on environment, gaining real-world experience. They learn how to use media to promote, produce, and manage events, and how media organizations operate. They create promotional campaigns and help clients pitch their services, products, and events. With excellent classes led by experienced teachers, the Communications Media Department at IUP is perfect for students interested in media promotions.
And we're back with more of AHS TV's Best of the Nest. I'm Nolan Hallman of AHS TV. Next up, Connor Jacobs sat down with the illustrious Mrs. Plant and Miss Bergeron to talk about senior privileges here at AHS. Let's get into it.
Hello, I'm Connor Jacobs of AHS TV, and in this segment of Best of the Nest, we will take a look at senior privileges and how it's viewed from the teacher's perspective. We will be talking with Miss Bergeron and Miss Plant to get a hawk's eye view, but first, let's take a closer look at what Armstrong High School has to say.
Hello, I'm Isaiah Brown of AHS TV, and today we're taking a closer look at the question of why senior students aren't getting as many senior privileges as the years prior. We took to the halls of AHS to see what the seniors, Mackenzie Flick and Dante Magnotti, have to say on the matter. Flicker, do you feel like being able to pay your parking spot as a senior makes up for not being allowed to attend senior skip day?
I don't. You have to pay for a senior parking spot, so that's not necessarily a privilege. If you have to pay for something, that's not a privilege. Also, senior skip day has been in generations nationwide for schools, so why should that be taken away for a privilege that we have to pay for? So no.
Yeah, true, because I'm a junior, but next year, definitely when I'm a senior, I'm going to attend senior skip day if we're not allowed to have it, or if we are, so. Now, Dante, how do you feel about seniors not having the privilege to cut in line anymore? And also, do you think that the underclassmen are being more disrespectful with it as well?
I just think it's crazy how like every year we've been getting cut, and the 1 year that we're seniors, we just like everything gets taken away, and then we got these little kids running around the hallways acting like they own the school, and really it's crazy.
Yeah, I feel the same as well. I'm kind of annoyed when I see like little kids like coming through the hallways being disruptive and disrespectful.
I completely agree. They're all 4 foot tall and they act like they own the place, and it's just, I'm sick of it and I can't take it anymore. I can't wait to get out of here just because of little freshmen.
Thank you. We also want to see what Maddox Wise, a junior, has to say on the topic. So since you'll be a senior next year, and what benefits are you looking forward to since we'll have no cut in line or senior skip day?
I mean, obviously, like, cutting the lines in the senior skip kind of sucked to not have anymore, but I'm more focused on the bigger benefits, not the day-to-day. So, like, graduation and independent study are going to be great.
Yeah, I like that as well, too. Because we're both going to be seniors next year, I think we should be able to have senior skip day and skip in line because we'll have the privilege to. But as well, I think just graduating and having all the academic rigor and stuff like that, I think that'll be good too. Thank you. Well, there you have it, folks. Straight from the Hawks beat. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Isaiah. For those of you just joining us, I'm Connor Jacobs of AHS TV, and I'm joined today with Miss Bergeron and Miss Plant to talk about the decline of senior privileges throughout Armstrong High School. Miss Plant, as a teacher of Armstrong High School, do you feel the environment of the school has become more positive or more negative within the past 2 years?
I would say from 2021, just because it was right past when COVID happened in 2020. From then to now, I would say it's definitely on the up and up. It's becoming more positive just because we're slowly getting to that back to normalcy after COVID. I would say from before COVID to now, it's obviously a little bit negative, so I can go back and forth, but just because obviously we're not back to that normalcy yet.
Now, Ms. Bergeron, was your high school a positive environment for you to express yourself and learn sufficiently?
I would definitely say for sure. I went to North Allegheny and we had great teachers and really, really nice people that I was in classes with.
Now, Ms. Plant, they have taken away the allowance for seniors to have rewards other students don't have access to. Do you think this is fair?
I don't necessarily think it's fair. I think seniors, like that's a tradition, and I've heard, I went to Pine Ridgeland obviously, but I heard in like the Armstrong School District, it's tradition, to have these privileges, and it definitely is something to look forward to, so I don't necessarily think it's fair.
Now, Ms. Bergeron, was there privileges in your high school that come with being a senior?
All I can remember is that we had access to parking passes first, but other than that, I don't really remember there being anything specific for seniors.
Now, are there any positive things that you didn't do that you were in high school that they do now?
Yes, I know we definitely weren't able to paint our parking spaces, and we didn't really have a courtyard that seniors were able to like eat lunch at and things like that. So Armstrong definitely offers more than that.
So how was your high school experience different from ours, and also how are they the same?
I'd say size-wise, my school also had big graduating classes, so it feels big and big here. But my high school was split into junior high and senior high of 9th and 10th, and then 11th and 12th. So we don't have the whole 7 through 12. It's just split up.
Ms. Plant, how do you think that this change in rewards affects the senior students' performance in classwork?
I don't necessarily think it affects classwork because a lot of the senior privileges are extracurricular, like the parking spaces and lunch, which don't directly affect classwork. But, I mean, they're still good things.
Now, Ms. Bergeron, do you think that the underclassmen feel more welcomed in the school now that seniors aren't allowed to skip the line anymore?
I can't necessarily say that they might feel more welcome, but having remembered being that underclassmen, those seniority special things just sometimes felt hard to work with.
For each of you guys, do you think that this change positively affects our school environment? You can go first.
Okay. I don't think it does, just because like it's something, again, it was tradition definitely through like even Ford City and Katanning when they were separate. So it's always something that kids look forward to, and seniors not having that privilege might make them feel a little bit lesser, but I would say, yeah, it's not too positive.
I would have to agree. I don't think that it necessarily makes it more positive or negative to make this change.
Thank you, Ms. Bergeron and Ms. Plant, for joining us today to get a hawk's eye view on senior privileges. Until next time, I'm Connor Jacobs of AHS-TV. Keep on soaring.
Well, that's our show for this week. Best of the Nest is a production of the students enrolled in television production courses at Armstrong High School. Join us again next time for a look at some of the unique things happening in and around Armstrong High School from the students' point of view. Until then, from our nest to yours, be excellent to one another. Illustrious. Listen, having to sight read the word illustrious, you better pay me. Dante, I need, Dante? Oh, we're back at the beginning.